You are searching for a cheap way to build your own virtual pinball cabinet? The new Sharpin maybe has a solution for you. Alright, so let's talk about it, and it's time for a message from the future. Hey, welcome to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. It's just awesome that you're tuning in. So in these Message from the Future videos, we are going to do a little bit of a chit-chatting regarding products that are coming up. And I think they're very interesting. And I just wanted to share it with you. So are you into virtual pinball, or you just want to get into virtual pinball? The first thing I can tell you that it's just a very expensive hobby. Most of the time you just need to buy one machine or build it yourself. But with the Sharpin, I was a big fan of it simply because it was super easy to do. It's more like a DIY kit that you're going to get from this seller and that you need to put together, and you need to have a little bit of knowledge, but it's pretty easy. Playing virtual pinball, there are so many ways nowadays. We can play it on PlayStation, we can play it with a Nintendo Switch, but I really like it when you're going to play it like this, with a big display and some buttons. Gives more like, let's say, a new dimension to playing virtual pinball games. Sharpin had some good solution like the Light and Ultra version, but at the end people were complaining about that it's very expensive to build, to buy and to play these games. Again, in the future I will make more reviews and videos about virtual pinball machines and the solutions, so I can help you out and maybe we can find a way together to build ourselves an awesome machine. But Sharpin has a new solution. It's now a Kickstarter, but this is maybe something that is very interesting. So the previous models I have reviewed and also made a tutorial about is that you're not only getting the wood, but you're going to get the full kit. And with the 99, you're going to get the basic wood kit, what you're seeing here. What I think is very interesting is if you want to build your own cheap cabinet. For example, what you're going to get with the full kit is a brand new LED IPS Samsung display that costs more than €100. And if you can just use your old display, that will save you a lot of money and makes this build way cheaper. But with this special €99 deal, so what I understand, you don't get in the stickers, there will be an additional option later on. But you will get the encoder board and the buttons, so you're basically having this ready to go system. Better said, you have a controller system and you can add your own monitor. But I need to point out that the monitor can be purchased later on too. Putting it together, it's very simple, it's very easy to do. I already made a full tutorial, so if you have questions, better said, if you can use a screwdriver, it will not be a problem. Putting it together, it's just so easy and very convenient to do. And what you're going to get is just a wood kit with buttons, encoder board, and you can use it with your PC or Android box. I must say, when you're using an Android box, you have some limitations. Check out my full reviews. For example, you have MX10 and we're having the GT King. Both are great boxes. Of course, the GT King has more power, so you will get better performance. But maybe you have these things laying around, you can just use them in your next build. Pinball Vix is a really great way to play this on a virtual pinball machine, and there are so many ways to do so. With the Android box it's a little bit limited, simply because we're only having a lot of tables, but there are a lot of old tables. I basically bought them all and it was big fun. But when you're doing, let's say, a PC mod inside in the virtual pinball machine, you're going to get the next level of pinball options, simply because we're having so much options now. But the problem is, as you can see, it takes up a lot of space. Even if you don't want to have a plunger or let's say a separate amplifier or without a subwoofer, the PC itself takes up a lot of room. And I think that is something you need to take in consideration. You have limited space inside the Sharpin cabinet. So a big video card is not possible. But don't get me wrong, when you want to play some pinball on the Sharpin and you want to build yourself a cabinet, it can be a very cheap and fun solution. You have a little bit limited space. If you want to build everything inside, you can always use a PC outside of the cage and enjoy some pinball. Nevertheless, this is what you're going to get with the Sharpin. I have full reviews of all the versions here already released and that you can purchase if you want to have something ready to go. So €99 is a special deal now on Kickstarter. It will be a little bit more expensive when you're going to buy it, let's say, out of the Kickstarter deal. I think it's a pretty cool option. If you want to get into the virtual pinball scene, there are so much stuff that you can learn about it, and I think the Sharpin for 99 is a great cabinet that you can build your own pinball machine very cheaply, because monitors itself are not very expensive. You need to have a little bit of knowledge how to put it in the cabinet itself, or maybe you can pick it up the full kit, or you can buy it, let's say, with the Kickstarter, and later on you can buy some additional parts, for example a monitor. Let me know what you think of this. I want to thank you for watching. Consider subscribing to the channel. I have a lot of more coming up, and I will see you in the next one.